next song is called Caught Stealing, and it was actually Jane's Addiction's big hit in 1990. And the groove itself kind of has a hip-hop influence to it, and very happy, kind of bouncy, not quite as dark as most of Jane's Addiction music. So this is Caught Stealing. Check it out. All right, so that was Caught Stealing. Nice funky beat, somewhat of a hip-hop feel, and very playful and has a sense of humor to it. Some of my beats are kind of funny in a way where they kind of make you giggle just by the feel of it. Let's take a look at the cadence for Caught Stealing. Let's start on the snare drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget when you print this out to pay attention to that sticking and the feel and where the accents go. Once you get that flavor, you'll be able to take it to the drum part to the kit. So let's try it with the bass drum now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the bass drum part gets busier as the song goes, and then I pull back sometimes for the verse, kick it up a little more for the pre-choruses. Always the same feel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try it with the hi-hat. Kick and snare. Don't forget to open the hi-hat as it goes into the and 1, or excuse me, and 2 and and 4 with the snare. 1, 2, that's the feel of it, and that's the bounce of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when you get that feel, later on in the song, we kind of push on the beat and we go to parts like this. Pushing that beat really gives it a nice accent and a nice feel to it. But don't forget that big roll. Now if you notice, a lot of my beats have that little catch up on the snare to give it the bounce. And I've done that with Had-a-Dad, And I do it with this song. And a few of the songs, it really creates a good bounce and a lot of highs and lows for the feel. Now let's try it with Tony. The bass line is pretty complicated. Very busy, and it's got its own roll to it. So I'm trying to kind of improvise against that bass line, but also reflect on it. Not really replicate it, but kind of use that theme. Try to recreate that with just the drums. So print this part out and try to discover how that kick and the snare are so playful, but kind of a bounce to it. And really pay attention to that bass line. And when you start jamming on it, you can move around like the other beats, to the ride cymbal, to the toms, back to the hi-hat. And always remembering to open that hi-hat right before the 2 and right before the 4. Sip, sip, sip. That really helps the pattern move along and kind of have, like I say, peaks and valleys. So that's Caught Stealing. Let's have fun doing this. 1, 2, 3, go.